Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So today's short program is about Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj. So it's Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj's Parkash Purab today. And because of that, obviously, we're going to go over the kind of things that they did and the kind of lessons that they gave Sikhs as well. So if we start off with Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj's birth, it actually took place in May 1470. So in April 1552, Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj actually took the Guruship, they took the Guru Gaddi, and at that time they were at the age of 73. So like I said before, they were already quite old in that sense. Their body was quite old, and taking that Guruship, they then gave us some really important lessons. So one of the first things that they installed was this idea of langar. Now, obviously, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj had created this concept of langar through their Socha Sauda. So the Veer Rupayiyan da langar that Guru Nanak Dev Ji gave out at the time to Bhukhe Sadhus, that was the kind of first initiation of langar really. But this was a more concrete idea. This is more like the kind of langar halls we see nowadays, where langar is prepared, doing Naam Simran, doing Path, and then obviously langar is given out. Now the Maryada has kind of shifted nowadays, because now you tend to hear Sangat te fir Pangat. So Sangat refers to Guru Sangat. So when you go into the Gurdwara, you matha take, and you sit in the kind of Guru Sangat and you do Vichar. And Pangat refers to this idea of the kind of kitchen, so sitting down in the kitchen with the common people, with normal people, having dinner, having langar. So nowadays, the kind of Maryada, we've kind of switched it to Sangat and then Pangat. But at Guru Sahib's time, it was always Pangat, then Sangat. So it was always, you went to the Gurdwara, you had langar first, and then you would go and see the Guru. Now, we can even see this in the case of Emperor Akbar, who was the Raja at the time. Even when Emperor Akbar needed to go and meet Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj, Guru Amar Das Ji told him that he had to sit with all the poor people, with all the commoners, with all the normal people, and have langar first. So Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj never used to let anyone meet them unless they had langar first, because it was this idea of getting rid of their ego, tearing it down completely. Because for someone like Emperor Akbar, who had rule over the whole of India and loads of other places, Hankara was a very big thing. They had a lot of ego. And Emperor Akbar thought that, he could go to the Guru, push them around, do whatever he wanted, and then come back. But Guru Sahib tore down his ego when he forced him to sit with all the poor people, with all the unfortunate people that he had terrorized for so long. He had now had to sit with them, and he could, as we say in Punjabi, dukh sanja kar sakda si. He could, feel their own pain, why they were in so much pain, because he was sat there right with them and he could talk to them and he was on their level. So the whole point of langar is that you treat people without caste, without creed, without religion, and you don't look them in that eye. You just look at them in the eye of they're the roop of Akaal Purkh, so we do their seva. Unfortunately, nowadays we have this thing where we don't let gore, or we don't let homeless people into Gurdwara, even yet we're very well prepared to let any famous person come into our Gurdwara, even if it means we mess up our own Maryada. So again, that's the kind of things that we have to look out for. We have to see, where are we being too lenient? Where are we being, really good? And that's what we got to look out for as well in our Panth as well, because that's the kind of issues that are leading to this kind of unfair treatment that isn't Gurmat, it's all Manmat that we're starting to follow. This also helped to get rid of this caste system that we have in our Panth. The caste system isn't a Sikh thing. It never will be. It's not Sikhi, it's not Gurmat. The caste system was originally a Hindu concept, and now unfortunately Sikhs have kind of adopted it in this kind of mixed sabji version of the Panth that we have nowadays. That's again another thing that all the Gurus condemned. Guru Amar Das Ji, no exception, also condemned this caste system, but they also were what we would call a feminist as well. So especially nowadays, we have this kind of feminist movement where, women are kind of getting up, standing up for their rights. And it's been going on for the past 100 years or so. But it's becoming more and more prominent nowadays. But these concepts of feminism, of treating women the same, these concepts were being kind of infused in the Sikh Panth back in the days since Guru Sahib's time. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj obviously had a kind of great impact in this. But also, if you look at Guru Amar Das Ji condemned two major things that were going on with women. One was sati. So this was the idea that any woman who was married, whose husband died, that woman was then thrown into the fire along with the husband, because according to the people at the time, she had no worth unless her husband was around. And so that was obviously one thing that used to happen a lot. Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj condemned that. Also, they condemned this idea of wearing a veil over your face. So obviously women would wear a chunni. That was just a common concept, but that was more of a kind of like a fashion statement there, that it was kind of like a respect. But women were forced to wear a chunni over their face so that no one could see their face. And that was something that Guru Sahib condemned, whether it was within the Muslim community or whether it was in the Hindu community. It was something that was residing in both, and Guru Sahib condemned that, saying that why should women have to cover up their faces when men are the ones that have the bad intentions? Why should women have to cover their faces? Why shouldn't men have to stop what they're doing? So it was this kind of idea of separating, kind of creating this kind of social revolution that we have in our Panth at the moment. And that's the one thing that people don't understand. Our Panth isn't a nice, easy going Panth. It's always been revolutionary. It's always been inqalabi, and it always will be. And it's just a matter of how people perceive it. But obviously, if you're going to perceive it in the wrong way, you're not going to see that kind of inqalabi roop that our Panth has. Guru Sahib also created what we could call a kind of administration organization. So almost like pracharaks, in the sense of Guru Sahib actually created this sect called Manjis. Now this was this kind of idea that every pind, every share would have a pracharak, a lead pracharak, and that lead pracharak would train other people in Sikhi, and they would train them with knowledge, and then they would go out and preach Sikhi and keep preaching. So this was kind of this Manji idea that goes hand in hand with this PD system that we can talk about later on. But this is the kind of systems that Guru Sahib put in place so that Sikhi Prachar was always going on. When we look at their contribution to Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, they have a total of 907 Shabads within Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, and that also includes Sri Anand Sahib, which is one of our Panj Baniyan that all Sikhs should be able to read as well. Anand Sahib, generally, just for a basic gist of Anand Sahib is Anand means bliss. So Anand Sahib is the kind of mastery of a bliss. How do you attain bliss? Guru Sahib goes through loads and loads of different situations about how we've kind of come to this planet, how we're living, how we're thinking. Guru Sahib even goes through our five senses, and they say that, this is why you got your five senses, but look at what you're using for them for now. So it's this kind of having appreciation of having this true Anand, this true bliss that we can follow. So that's the general concept that really Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj gave. It was this kind of breaking down social barriers, which again, there are a lot in our Panth, getting rid of divisions, which again, a lot in our Panth at the moment. So, maybe we need to stop trying to be Gyanis, stop trying to read into things that are controversial and things like that, and first knuckle down on these issues that we have in our Panth, whether it's caste system, whether it's Jathebandis, whether it's Baniyan, things like that we keep fighting over. Let's knuckle down, let's sort out those situations first, because that's this kind of concept that Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj gave us, this kind of getting rid of all these divisions so that you can just have what Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj told us, Manas ki jaat sab ek hai pehchanwo, that you can recognize the whole world as one, and recognize everyone as one. And that's that whole Ik Oankar concept, that God is one. And because God is one, everyone is also one as well. That doesn't mean that because if God resides in all, then everyone is also one as well. No one is different from anyone. So that's one thing that we must always understand. That's the kind of concepts that Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj left for us. So I hope you've all enjoyed. I hope this taught you a little bit about Guru Amar Das Ji Maharaj. Obviously, we'll have more detailed videos on their Gurgaddi, which will be more kind of into how their life was and their kind of story to the Gurgaddi as well. So I hope you've all enjoyed. Bhola Chukkan di khema, Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.
Akaal Channel nu subscribe karo. ਨਵੀਂ ਵੀਡੀਓਜ਼ ਦੀ ਨੋਟੀਫਿਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਬੈਲ ਆਈਕਨ ਨੂੰ ਕਲਿੱਕ ਕਰਨਾ ਨਾ ਭੁੱਲਣਾ।